If you decide to get involved right now, you're not really buying Star Citizen so much as backing it. Whether you've managed to try the game during a free-to-play period, or you're just considering your next game purchase. If you're interested in hearing what you need to know before backing, this one's for you. So these are the things that I think are really important to know before you put any money down on the game whatsoever. And if you haven't yet created an account, stick around to the end of the video. There's a code that will net you a whole bunch of extra credits when you do. Despite what you might have heard, the game isn't pay to play. A lot of people have claimed that in order to do anything, you need to spend a lot of real world money in order to play anything in Star Citizen. And at one stage, that was true, but it just isn't anymore. Almost every flyable ship in the game can be bought with the in-game currency that you earn by killing pirates, blowing stuff up, and just playing the game. It's not a quick process, but if it's quick fixes you're after, then right now, you're very much in the wrong place. You also need to be aware that there will be wipes when it's required by development, and there will be a final wipe prior to launch. Anything not bought with real-world cash will be lost. But the wipes are becoming rarer and rarer. There hasn't been one for just about a year now. Just be aware, they will happen at some point. When I said that if you're after a quick fix that this isn't for you, it's because Star Citizen is in a really, really weird place. The game isn't considered to be released yet, but they're adding things that make people believe that it is a complete game. If you've ever played an early access or beta game, this is before that in terms of development. The technical term is alpha. What that actually means to you or I is that it can't be thought of as anywhere near complete yet. There are whole chunks of the game not implemented at all. We're getting 100 systems, but right now we only have one-ish. Entire gameplay loops are missing. There's no salvage, exploration, data running, refueling, capital ships, base building, engineering, repairing, etc. Yet, all this stuff is being developed and added to the game, which is why, if you buy a game package right now, you're not actually buying the game, you're backing it. There's always the risk that something catastrophic happens, which means the game never makes it to release. All of these things are going to be added, but not in the hold this button for this amount of time sort of way. Gameplay in Star Citizen is actually skill and knowledge based. Sure, you could buy that ridiculously expensive mining ship, but if you don't know what you're doing, you'll get outmined by someone in a really basic prospector. All of which is to say that progress on this game is slow, there is no release date, and in case you missed it, progress on the game is slow. I snuck this in a moment ago, but I'm gonna say it again. There is no release date for either Squadron 42 or Star Citizen. None. Not one. Not even tentative. No release date. All we have are development targets and the absolute rule that the games will not be released until it's ready. No matter how many times it's said, no matter how many notifications they click on, this still seems to surprise people. So if no release date would annoy you, just skip to the end of the video where I ask you to subscribe and stuff. The whole project is actually split into two parts. There's the massively multiplayer, online, do what you want, forge your own path game, which is Star Citizen. That's what you can play right now. There's also a single player, story-based campaign called Squadron 42. This will be split over 3 episodes, and it has a ridiculously good cast that puts most movies and TV programs to shame. They're entirely separate games set in the same universe, meaning they will be separate purchases, so hopefully that'll explain a little bit on the game packages side. You can buy them together, cheaper as a combination, so if you want to, that option's available. Any Star Citizen starter package will come with a ship. It's entirely up to you how much cash you want to spend on your starter ship, and click the link that's just appeared at the top of the screen if you want my breakdown of single-seat starter ships. So whilst I hope we all acknowledge now that the game's development is pretty slow, here's what does happen and what to expect. We get a major patch 4 times a year, released at the end of each quarter. There are also weekly info updates with a 15-minute video every Thursday and an hour-long Q&A or detailed information session from the developers every Friday. There are also monthly roundups and sprint reports that talk about what each team has been working on in detail, so you can kind of get an idea as to where your money's gone and what's being worked on right now. And if you've made it this far, you'll have noticed I've been pretty hard on Star Citizen, and for good reason, though probably not the one you're thinking. We need those who are put off by this stuff to stop watching this video. They don't need to back right now. Star Citizen doesn't need more people who are surprised by the state of the game or how slow development is, and the community doesn't need more negative voices. It's a pretty positive place to be right now, and long may that continue. If you do decide to back, you'll get the chance to influence what we all hope will be the most immersive game, well, ever. And whatever you choose to do right now, it's been great to have you here on the channel, and I'll hope you choose to stick around by subscribing and keeping up to date with the goings on in Star Citizen with me. You've been watching Drinkers with Gaming Problems. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'll see you soon.